And we're live. Hi, everybody. Let some people come in. Hi, DFS. I see you have come in early and left us some questions. That's great. So, everybody say hi. I wanted to tell everyone to make sure if you won something Wednesday to write to me an email, psychicfixes@gmail, and claim your prize. Okay. So, we were giving away Josh paper. And if you lived outside of the United States, it would be like an Amazon gift code. So just make sure that you do that if you won. Okay, so we're waiting for Matty to come in. It is Fluid Friday. So what's in your cup? I'm having water, just water today. I like to have like 2 or 3 drinks here, like coffee, a water, and a refresher, some like little juice with a lot of water and ice. So I keep things here because I'm usually here and I am um, writing and working. Hi, DFS water. It's the best thing for you anyway. So, anyway, we had so much fun on Wednesday. That was a lot of fun. We're waiting for Matty to come in. I'm going to be doing May, June, and July 3-month readings, or general, or just my tarot deck. Hi, Eve. How are you? Hi. So, Terry. Oh my goodness! Don't say I said Terry. Matty Tarot will be here soon. Let's go over the rules. So, you need to be 18 or older to get a reading. No health, no legal, and health means also pregnancy. Okay. Although I do that for my nieces, I don't do that in public readings. So, anyway, also, let's see, please don't put someone's name in your post when you comment your request. We won't put it up there. So, say person of interest, an ex, a relative, whatever like that. We'll connect to the energy. Sorry, you guys. I have a cough drop in. We'll connect to your energies, and that'll be fine. We don't need their name in there. I know I don't need any astrology or birth date. When I do readings, people will send me like a whole bunch of photos. I like here's a photo of the person. Here's me. Here's us together. On and on and on. Everybody's birthday, astrology, and I put in my readings. I don't need anything. Well, if you want me to look at someone else, it would be great to have first name or an initial. But I mean, I can just tap in. Hi, Jenna Lynn. How are you? I'm good. I'm just having a problem with my voice right now. Hi, Kim. How are you? Happy Friday, Fluid Friday. I'm all out of fortune cookies. Did you guys get a fortune cookie on Wednesday? If you did, you won a prize. So just get a hold of me at psychicfixes@gmail, and I'll be sending those out this weekend. That was a lot of fun. We like to kind of do that kind of stuff. Amantha, hi, how are you? Yes, it's been a while. So anyway, start posting your requests and all of that. And so I can see what you're doing. Again, I'm going to do straight tarot 3-month reading, May, June, and July, or I will do a general reading for you. And we will see what comes up. Did I get the rules? Did I get all of them? I don't know. It'll come up. Now, we do free readings. Okay, free readings. You can tip if you want. Tip links are down below or in the description. Always a joy to see that happen. But what I really would like, Matty Tarot needs to get his subscribers higher in tarot, and here he is. So please go to Matty Tarot and hi, Matty Tarot, and subscribe and like this show. And you can also do that for Psychic Fixes on YouTube or Facebook. That would be really great.
Hi, everybody.
Post and Norma, everybody, just post your requests for a reading. And hi, Matty, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, I'm going to turn up my volume so I can hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy Fluid Friday.
I was just about to say that. You're so psychic.
What's in your cup, Debbie?
It is water. Water tonight.
Same.
Oh, you say jinx, or what do you do if you say same thing? I don't know. There should be some kind of little thing for it.
My parents like taught me one. It's like pinch, poke, you owe me a coke. There's like a whole thing.
Oh yeah, owe me a Coke.
Pinch,
Yes.
poke, you owe me a coke, something like that.
Yep. I don't remember, but I know I had 4 older sisters, so they'd say, "Owe me a Coke." Yeah, all the time. So, anyway, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I have a raspy throat right now, so I've been cough drops. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. Happy Fluid Friday.
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
I had like a fun thing for us to do today.
Mad Libs.
So I want to do a Mad Lib with you all, and so I'll pick one, and then I'm going to say the part of speech. I think that's what it's called: adjective, noun, verb. I'll say the part of speech that it's requesting, and the first person to enter it in the chat gets, that's the word. That's the one we're going to use. So it's kind of like a race,
Okay.
Okay, but Debbie, obviously, since you're the host of the show, with me, we're gonna pick the first 2. So let's see, and then we're gonna go with everyone else. Should we do? Let's see. Oh, how about magic? Anyone?
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. All right. This is what we're doing. Oh, so I don't know the story. I'm gonna write it up here, and I'm not gonna read the story. So I haven't read this yet, so I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Okay, Debbie, a plural noun.
Oh, yeah. Like girls?
Girls would work. Yes. Girls. Okay. And I have to pick an adjective. Let's see. Stinky. Okay. Okay, you guys. First person to enter in the chat. I need an adjective. Enter an adjective into the chat.
Jennifer, we don't put up requests that have someone's actual name in it. So you could just say you're a Taurus person if you want to redo that. Oh, you know what I forgot to say? We randomly select the request tonight.
Yes, they are randomly selected. And we'll get right to your free readings as soon as you all participate in this Mad Lib with us.
Or else. We demand it. Somebody put it out there.
Put an adjective in the chat. If we don't get one, we're gonna pick it. All right. Okay, Debbie, give me an adjective.
I don't know. Can you think up of a good one?
Let's see.
2. Norma said
gorgeous. Kim said gorgeous.
Good.
Thank you, Kim. Gorgeous. Okay. A noun. We need a noun. Coconut.
Okay.
Okay. Another noun.
Okay,
you guys are putting adjectives. Put nouns now.
Oh.
We need 3 nouns.
Dog.
3 nouns. Okay, dog. We got dog.
Oh, you need another noun?
I need 2 more.
House.
Cat. Oh, birdhouse is the next one. Okay, so birdhouse. All right. Sorry. We'll use cat on the next noun. Okay, I need an adjective.
Did they just put some up already?
Oh, there's some up there. Sloppy. Let's use sloppy. Jody said sloppy. A part of the body.
Stomach.
Stomach. Okay. A plural noun. A plural noun. Oranges. Okay, well, I'm gonna take DFS and put
Put the S.
Oranges. Okay, an adjective.
Oh, look at Kim put underarm.
We're gonna go back up to the top under Jody. Jennifer put crazy. Let's put crazy adjective. All right, and then we put cat already for the noun. That was Jenna Lynn. And then adjective again. We already used pretty. Let's see.
DFS has sweet.
Silly. Carlos put silly.
Oh, yeah,
Wait,
Carlos put silly.
where
Well, I
did
thought
DFS go?
Carlos was telling us it was a silly game.
Oh. All right. Let's see. Did we put bird yet? The next noun is bird. Okay, bird. And then I need a plural part of the body.
Like feet?
Arm. Okay, so Norma put arm. So we'll put arms.
Arms.
And then another part of the body. What's after arm? Underarm.
Underarm. I like that one.
Okay. And then a plural noun. I'm just gonna see. This is going so fast. I'm gonna put flowers. Okay, Amantha. We put flowers. Okay, you guys, you ready for our ad lib?
Yes.
Okay. It's called Magic. Anyone? All right. Girls of all ages enjoy watching stinky magicians perform their gorgeous tricks. Every man, woman, and coconut loves to see a magician pull a dog out of a hat. Saw a live house in half, or make a huge birdhouse disappear into the sloppy air. Audiences love when magicians perform slate of stomach. Sleight of stomach.
Oh, instead of sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of stomach with a deck of oranges. That sounds like a difficult trick to do. A crazy coin or a silk cat. The greatest of all magicians was the silly Harry Houdini, who was able to escape from a locked bird. From a locked bird, even though his arms were tied behind his underarms and his feet were wrapped in iron flowers. Impressive.
I think we suck at it.
They're supposed to be silly.
They are very silly. Thanks for playing along, everybody.
Thank you,
With
everyone.
Maddie's ad libs.
My favorite part was the very first sentence. Girls of all ages enjoy watching stinky magicians perform their gorgeous tricks.
Oh, geez.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a true statement.
No. No. That's funny. Okay. I'm going to go looking, hunting for somebody for a reading.
Okay, yeah, let's get into it. It's Fluid Friday, y'all. What's in your cup? We got water. Stay hydrated. It's very important. And let's see, I gotta go pick a reading.
Yeah, Norma said, love the Pebbles hairdo. Where's Bam Bam? I get that all the time. Matter of fact, Norma, I was just I had washed it. I just put it up in a scrunchie just before the show because I take so much time in my appearance. Zero. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, it's been a long time since somebody told me that. And that's,
Wait,
and
I
that's
can be Bam Bam hair.
I don't care. There you go.
If my hair was more white.
Oh, yes.
Didn't he like wear it like that or something?
You're so young, you know Bam Bam? Holy cow.
Bam Bam. There you go.
Yeah, I really just, I just go for whatever works. And this works for my hair. But thank you. That's a compliment. Okay, let me go down and. Okay, Linda, let me grab you. Let's look at May, June, and July for you, okay? Let me get your energy. It's going to take me a minute to get my cards. And Carlos, that tarot movie looks scary. Oh, by the way, Maddie, I read about this Frau, this German. No, that was a little orb. A German fairy tale for Christmas, where Frau, what is her name? Like Peachit or something like that, Penchit, something like that. And what the thing is in Austria and Germany is that 12 days before Christmas, she goes to the nice children and gives them out silver coins. She's such a nice old lady. But if they're naughty, she slits their belly with a knife and takes out their entrails and stuffs them with straw and pebbles. And I'm like, I'm writing that book.
Oh my!
I'm freaking writing that book. Okay, Linda, sorry.
Wow.
I know, because this guy was telling a little bit about it, and he said stuffs them with trash. So I want to look it up, but it's stuff them with straw and pebbles.
That's horrific.
Bad.
That's horrific. That's terrible. No.
Okay,
Okay, so
horror story.
I love horror movies, and I have a special place in my heart for Christmas horror movies.
Krampus.
I just I thought like there's something about a Christmas horror movie. I just love it. Even if it's just a horror movie released on Christmas, that's good too. But Krampus is like so good. And yeah, no, I remember watching it the first time.
I have some friends that have horror movies.
Oh yeah.
I have a couple of friends. One of the movies, one's going to be coming out in October, and it's Terrifier 3.
Oh. And that movie was a lot.
Yeah, they when they were doing it, we were like, "What? Okay, let's see." But they had no idea that it was going to be famous at all. They were surprised at it.
No, people love that stuff.
Snowballed, yeah. And then, I'm going to go ahead and connect with her now. There's another friend that I have that is a bit famous that has one out, but I'll tell you guys about that later. Okay, Linda, here we go.
I remember watching Krampus the first time, though. I thought it was going to be lame. And I was like really surprised, actually. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of creepy. Like, it kind of spooked me. But I liked it.
Do you ever get scared at the horror movies?
No. Horror. I don't get scared of movies. Maybe like a jump scene will like startle me, but then I just, that makes me laugh. I like haunted houses and stuff because of like and then like I immediately am laughing. All right, and I have chosen. I'll put it in the chat, actually.
Okay, Linda, I'm almost done. So May, very good. June, good. July, pretty good. Okay, I like your cards, especially for May. The card that comes down for you, Linda, is one of wanting a new beginning. I'm all about starting fresh and going on a new path. You have the great energy of getting a wish come true. I feel like you are just really manifesting from the universe. Bring it in. This is what I want. Bring it in. Now, I'm going to say money is going to be a little bit better in the future. Okay. It's going to be past the time period I'm looking at, which is up until just the end of summer. I feel like money is going to come in like it usually does, but it has this potential to grow. So I do see that, which is a really good financial card. I feel like that you might have just got some kind of little bit of good news, which is great. I love May for you. I feel like you're going after what you truly want in your heart. Manifesting in your goals and making positive changes. I do feel very good about your future, extremely good. In June, I do get a time of giving advice. So this could be you giving advice to others or somebody coming in and really kind of giving you really great advice or showing you how to do something. This is my mentor card. Sometimes I get this if it's first I ask a person, "Are you a teacher?" and they go, "Yes." So this comes in June, where I feel like there's some good advice and some good stuff coming in. I do feel like that is when you're going to have a big change in your life, Linda. From mid to end of June, I had that card of transformation. And maybe because someone just told us what to do or showed us how to do something, I feel like you have this opportunity to kind of, from learning this, kind of coming over and um, using it in a different way that changes your life. It's a big change, significant, very positive. In July, I do get a man that steps in, very money minded male. So this is a King of Pentacles. So he is all about money. Maybe he's made money in his lifetime and knows about it. And sometimes getting good advice from this person is great. Mid to end of July, you're stuck a little bit here on a decision to make. Comes right after this guy comes in. So what I get is to ask your guides to help you make that decision, or archangels are very good at that also. And that's what I have for you for 3 months. Those are the highlights, Linda. Thank you.
Alrighty. That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've chosen Jenna Lynn Silvera. Okay. Jenna Lynn, hello. Let's see. I'm still pulling a couple cards. Wow, I love it. Okay. Jenna Lynn. Be vulnerable. Okay. I'm going to say that I'm going to answer your question first, just bluntly, and then I'll go into all the details. Yes. Will your relationship with your fiance get better? Yes. However, this is dependent upon you doing the work, doing the inner work, and him doing the inner work as well. It's very important. A relationship is not it's not 50-50. It is 100-100. Both people need to show up fully to do the work. Somebody can never, as much as we like to say, it feels like you complete me, or it feels like you're my other half. That is, I personally believe, fuels a very destructive narrative that there's some sort of external source that we must find in order to be complete. When we are complete in and of ourselves, and we should not seek to fill a void and with another person. We should not enter a relationship with the mindset of, what can I get from this? What can this person do for me? We should enter a relationship with the mindset of, what can I bring to this experience that will be shared with another, and in order to cultivate the life that I want to live and the partnership I want to have. So like I said, team effort. But here's the thing. You may look at some conflicts that you have with your partner, and you may think that they're doing something to you, and they may very well be acting and behaving in ways that are affecting you, or that you have some sort of that may be at times poking at you or something. But conflicts, maybe but people say things, people get in arguments, and conflict is pretty normal. It's actually a marker of a relationship. It's about the repair that happens afterwards. So You need to understand, though, that your feelings are your feelings. And your feelings come from your experiences and the associations you make in life and the meaning you assign to things that happen and the circumstances and the the behavior and the look that they were giving you. What meaning are you assigning to these things? Those are what is that is what's driving your feelings. So you have to accept the fact that maybe your perspective and the meaning you're assigning to things, maybe it's not always a reflection of reality, because we can't mind read and we can't tell people's intentions and we can't say for certain. So maybe it's not always a reflection of reality. Maybe there's things that you could find a new approach to, a loving approach, in order to allow your fiance to see your side and have that conversation with you, and that conflict goes a completely different direction instead of going and turning into a fight because he slighted you and now you're this, that, and the other, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. So pause, rest, relax, relief. This the Five of Wands here is internal struggle, internal conflict. It's something about the associations and the meaning you're assigning to things. You may have a skewed perspective, and I'm not saying this is all you. I'm not putting it all on you, but there are times when you may be looking at the situation and taking offense or making it mean something about you when there was no deeper meaning. Your partner didn't intend to do that thing, or they weren't being passive aggressive towards you and digging at you, and you know maybe they were joking around, and they didn't, because they have a whole different set of experiences, so they may not make the same associations that you make. And so take pause, rest, relax, relief, approach in a loving manner, observe, don't absorb, witness, don't identify. Um, Approach the situation with positive intent and with assuming positive intent for your partner. Make a good assumption instead of a bad assumption or a negative assumption, and ask questions instead of accusing or using accusatory language. Ask a question. Say, hey, what did you mean by the XYZ? When you said XYZ, what did you mean by that? Before you go, I'm so angry you said da 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 because that means this and you're saying this. Maybe not. So rest, relax, relief. They say that your biggest problem with your partner is your deepest childhood wound. So it's actually masked and projected outward. So the biggest complaint you have about your partner is your deepest childhood wound. And it goes back to that. So think about that. Maybe your partner's not doing what you think is actually happening. And the reason I say that is because 10 of materials here, 10 of pentacles, this has to do with family roots, foundation. It also has to do with longevity. So I can say this: you and your partner, you love each other. This relationship will last. It has longevity. It has the potential for a lasting, loving, long relationship that lasts a lifetime. However, you have to be okay with a little bit of mystery. You can't find out everything. So when there's a conflict and your partner wants space, or your partner needs a moment to cool down, or they're angry and they can't talk right now and they don't want to talk, you got to let them have their anger. You got to let them have their space. You got to be okay with the unknown. The space is here and mystery is here. You have a lot of anxiety surrounding mystery. And so maybe you can have a conversation with your partner. Say, hey, I'm willing to give you your space so you can process what has happened. As long as, what I need in that moment is for you to know that you're going to come back. I need to know that I feel unsafe when you need the space, and it makes me very anxious, and I think it's over. So I need to know that you're going to come back. And if you could please provide me, and do this in a time when you're not fighting. So if you could maybe communicate to me a time, or, a general time when I can expect to, be able to have this conversation with you, or when we can come back to it. And I'll give you all the space, you need in the meantime. Okay. Space is also good because a problem becomes smaller and more manageable when you give it more space. So it's when we're all on top of it, and being that helicopter parent, it's very difficult to see clearly, especially when running off an emotional reaction to the issue. But I do see here, if you're able to utilize these tools, that you'll get everything you want. The Nine of Cups here, it's your desire. There's fulfillment. And it says magic. So you may not think that it's possible, but it is possible. And it may seem like you need a magician or a magic trick in order to have that outcome or have that desire come true, but you don't. You are the magician. You're if you let me say it this way. There's a psychologist, or I don't know exactly her title, but her name's Esther Perel. Esther Perel. Love her. She talks, she says this one thing and I really love it. She says, we create our partner. And what that means is it's like, imagine a vending machine. If you hit A7, you're always going to get the Coca-Cola. Every time you hit A7. So, every time you do that thing, you're going to get that reaction. Or, you know what I mean? So, hit a different button if you don't like the Coca-Cola. Hit different button. Try a different approach. Approach the situation differently. Whatever you're doing, and you get that same, oh, you always do this. Well, you always do that to always get that in response. You know what I mean? So we create our partner. It's like an intricate dance, an intimate dance. And if you guys step on each other's toes, it happens, but figure it out and figure out where each other's feet, pay attention to where their feet are moving, and try a different approach and try not to step on each other's toes. And if you guys can take time to master this dance, it really becomes a very connecting experience. And so we create our partner. Understand that you cannot change other people. You can only change how you show up and what your expectations are and how you communicate and what you choose to think of the situation. Okay. But ultimately, this is a soul contract you have between you and this person. Be vulnerable. Speak up. You may silence yourself because you don't feel like you speaking up is going to get you're going to get your needs met. You actually think it might scare a person away, or you may think it might make them less likely to meet those needs. But you need to speak up. You have to, your needs are important because it's what is required to keep you satisfied and feeling safe and happy in a relationship. So you need to speak up about these things. You'll see movement the more you're able to be vulnerable and less accusatory, less critical, less self-deprecating. I feel like you automatically assume the worst and then just accept that fate, and it almost pushes your partner away, maybe even others at times, because they're like, why are you going down that road? And it makes them, honestly, it makes other people feel like they're not doing enough. It makes them feel like, wow, like all my efforts that I've put in have just been falling on deaf ears, or this person doesn't even see it. How I can't believe they think that I think that of them. And it's like eventually at some point, no matter how much you love a person, you're going to get tired of having to prove your love to them when you feel like you've put so much in. So you guys need to fix that communication blockage that you're having. Ultimately, what you don't see coming is the Lovers, so it's a good outcome. It looks like you guys figured this out. You need to tap into your spiritual power. This is what I'll leave you with. Reach out to a power greater than yourself to help solve a dilemma. Stay open to its guidance in your life. That higher power is your intuition, and it comes through feeling, not through the overthinking mind. So silence your mind, think less, feel more, listen to your heart. It will guide you, okay? That's all I have for you this evening.
That was great. Always good advice. So the horror movie, I was looking around for the DVD, and is 13 Fanboy that I have a credit for. I'm on it, and I was happy to help them. And so there's a lot of, famous people in it. So you guys watch it, especially, anytime's a good time, Carlos will say, for a horror movie. Amantha, I've got your cards ready. Hi, Amantha. Um, the card that represents you, we're going to talk about money, is wanting more money to come in. And you do have something coming in, and I will tell you about that in just a second. Crossing you in temporary energy, I do feel like that some good advice is going to be coming in for you. So this can really change up things for you, like gaining a new skill. In the future, it shows me a little bit of something coming that you're going to remember. It can be an anniversary, it can be some kind of a celebration, but good memory, sweet memory from the past. I do feel like that you made the right decision recently. I feel like it was a big decision. Now, let's talk about what I do see coming in for you. You have the job card, the Ace of Pentacles, which is my card for job, project, or a new stream of money coming in. So, this is good. What comes in with this money is connected to the Magician card, which means that it's almost like intellectual property. So, a good idea comes in and know it, be ready to go with it. But I get connected to here's something to do, and out of that you can have all this creative ideas come in. Remember, they're money making. They show me a very strong man connected to you, so one that has a justice theme of what's right and wrong. Sometimes they're physically fit. I do get that they are very capable and intelligent. Okay. Also, it shows me more of a connection coming for you with communication with the other side and the spirits. Sometimes you go, later in the night when the veil is thinner. Believe me, I lived through that when they go, heck, it's 3 a.m., let's talk. So I get communication is strongest, and that you'll be communicating more and getting messages from the other side. They show me also, even though you have this opportunity for something new coming in, I do feel like that you do get an opportunity later on as far as connected to your career. Okay, it shows me that manifesting would be really good for you, and you should use the law of attraction because you have the romantic dreamer card, which is my card for manifesting and really bringing in what you want. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Let me see, let me see, let me see. DFS. Okay. Let's see what's going on with your person of interest. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna say this. It looks like a twin flame. And I say that because so his current thoughts and feelings. Let's see. So, okay, so this person is very, how do you say? They're very hesitant. So they like sit on an idea for a while, and they like they'll like say, oh, I want to do that, but no, I'm not going to, and they'll go back and forth about it. So this person's very stop and go, more stop. And so that's why you maybe don't hear from them often, or maybe you guys have this very loose relationship, and it's just starting to get, you guys are starting to get closer to each other, but they're doing it very slowly. But it's very much because ultimately they're nervous, and also they don't really know how to articulate themselves, and they don't have the highest self-confidence, so it is a little difficult for them to make a move, if you will. But they ultimately find this faith somewhere, and they move forward. So But look, and then it's immediately followed up by space. So and then, oh gosh, ghost at the bottom. This person, it's a twin flame. It's a twin flame for sure. So this person, they're like, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. They get the courage, they go for it, and then they're like, oh gosh, I'm overwhelmed. I was vulnerable. I need space, and so they take the space so they can clear their mind, and then they get so much into their overthinking that they ghost and they disappear. But then they pop up again, and they're like, hey, how you been? So it's an internal struggle that they go through. I'm not saying they're going to do this to you necessarily, but I am going to say this person came into your life. You're being asked to wait. You're being asked to rest on this. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, because this person came into your life because you guys have some sort of thing to show each other. And this is not the most pleasant lesson. However, it does complete a cycle. There is some sort of something comes full circle here. I do see you guys have this like potential of friends and then turning into lovers, but I want to say that this person is more likely going to end up your friend. And they're a loyal friend. They really are. It's just there's an uphill battle that you feel with them. Once you get down, if you guys do get involved in some sort of way romantically, there's some sort of uphill battle. It feels like you're walking uphill both ways and you're carrying all the weight. And it's because they do this thing where they go, stop, go, get the courage. Then they need the space because they were vulnerable, and then they ghost. And it's like you're constantly left like feeling like you're carrying the load. Yeah, look at the Tower is here. 9 of Voices, which is the 9 of Swords. That's devastation, despair, nightmares, sadness. Like I don't think it's a good idea to get romantically involved with this person. I would maybe befriend them, because I do see a good friendship here. However, do what you do, because I think it's important to have experiences, even if they are not the most pleasant. But I want to say this: go for what your heart's telling you, because there is some sort of cycle that needs to be completed here. So if you don't do it here, and who knows, maybe you guys figure it out along the way. That I can't say for sure, because you have free will. So you get to choose your behavior at the end of the day. You choose. I like to say this: a tarot illuminates the path that is most likely based on the energy that's at play currently. However, we all have free will at the end of the day. So you could turn around and make a totally different decision. And if you don't like what you're hearing, you can, at least you have the insight to know at least where the path's going, and you can choose differently and manifest differently, choose differently, and behave differently, whatever it may be. But I'm going to say this: I think you guys were better off friends, but if you do decide to get romantically involved, there is some sort of cycle it completes, and it's probably, you follow your heart, what your heart's telling you, because if you don't complete that cycle here, you're just going to complete it somewhere else, because it is a karmic cycle, okay? But it looks like a twin flame. It looks like they are interested in you, but I don't think you should go on to them too heavy, okay? That's all I have for you this evening.
Thank you. Okay, Amantha, what does that tropical 7-Up taste like? I want to know. I got to know. Hi, Eve. I've got some cards for you. Eve, are you new, by the way? I took a few extra cards for you as well. First card down is the Hermit card. That's my card for counseling, giving advice, and all of that. You might be very good at that. It's an important card of getting help, people's opinions when you have to make decisions, or if you need to talk to somebody, knowing to go talk to them. But it also can be part of you, giving out good advice. Crossing you in temporary energy is kind of a sad card. It's my like grief card. So I wanted to take some cards to find out what that was about. It's not in your reading. This is temporary energy over you type of thing. So I do get a strong male. I get a lot of worry over that person. Okay. I feel like he could be physically fit, or he could just be strong personality, strong opinions and things like that, super capable. But I get it has to do with worry, and it's too much worry over this person. So bring that down. In the future, I do get in on your path in priority or in importance. I do get a dad type of energy. This is my King of Cups, which is usually denotes a very loyal and loving male, someone who has dad energy around them, could be a good dad, and also likes the outdoors or being around water. So I do get this person coming in importance for you. Past position shows me a money minded male was right there for you in priority. Now, it shows me an idea is going to come. I feel like it's swift action, that you're going to jump on this idea, that you're going to implement it successfully, and it's going to put you in a new direction. It's very, very good for you. And when that happens, what follows is a change in lifestyle, a change for the better, all good things coming, but a big change for you. I do get travel as well on your path, not outside of the country in which you live, but I think of more of an adventure, okay, which is always fun. The Queen of Pentacles is also on your path here. This is a money minded woman and very much a match for the King of Pentacles that we see in the past. This could be you or someone coming in and giving you good advice about money. I do see that you absolutely need to know that this change that happens a good one. It's a good one. Better things come because I have the Wheel of Fortune that says from a positive change, great things come for you. So still really great. I do get as your ultimate outcome card taking on more responsibility. It's a lot, but you can do it. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. We're going to take on some stuff and we're just going to do what we need to do. And that's what I have for you.
Debbie, that was lovely.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm changing decks.
That's fine. Also, Eve, I want to tell you when I get that worry and stuff, it can be connected to the sky and worry and also some kind of a celebration. So that's what I have for you.
All right, I've chosen Shakira Williams.
What a pretty name, Shakira.
Shakira, Shakira. I'm sure so many people do that to you. Shakira, Shakira. It's probably so annoying. You're probably like, shut up. Okay, so Shakira. We're just gonna say it one time. Okay. I was in the middle of doing a reading with another deck, and something my intuition told me, no, put it all away. Don't do so. I just stopped and switched decks, so I have to pull more cards for you. So I apologize, but just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to do it as I'm going. The theme of your life at this time, like the general theme and the overall encompassing energy, is a bit of discontentment, a bit of apathy, a bit of you just feel down. You're feeling down, and you're not even like it's not even just one thing. It's just kind of like you feel a little drab, I would say. And your challenge here is the High Priestess. Your challenge is getting in touch with your intuition, your insight, that it's a driving factor in our life, really, and our intuition is what speaks to us and calls us toward our highest good, toward our greatest purpose, toward it's like what motivates and gives us determination of things and courage, and it you know it's a force, and it comes through our feeling. And so when we are so overwhelmed in the real world, or we're so exhausted in our feelings, and we're so our nervous system is so inundated, essentially, we kind of go numb and we get cut off from this voice, this feeling, this energy that comes through. And I feel like that's the challenge you're facing at this time. You don't feel that connection to that driving force which is ultimately it's you. It's your higher self. We operate on different planes, and energetically that is. And there's more, how do I say this? Like when you walk into a room and you can feel like, oh, there's not a good, like, people are upset in this room, or like there's not a good it's like that's because that's that level of energy, or that field, or you could say that dimension of, there's something unseen there that's in operation that we're picking up on, but we don't have really the words to describe it because it's not physical and that's not what we're used to. But that's essentially what I'm saying. It's like you've lost touch with that. You feel kind of numb. Your advice here, though, to move past this is clear thinking. So you get in this mental loop of just over worrying. And so have you ever heard of analysis paralysis? It's you overthink yourself to death and into a state of non-action. um we may face we'll face millions and hundreds of thousands of problems in our life, but hardly any of them will ever come to fruition or be an actual problem, because most of the time we create this it's like the story of the two arrows. It's like a Buddhist story. Okay, so there's the story of the two arrows. The first arrow is the actual pain of the thing that happened. So whatever the circumstances were, that first arrow, and the pain you feel from that first arrow. The second arrow we inflict ourselves by taking that pain and assigning this deeper meaning to it, and holding on to it in this sorrow, and we play it out in our mind, and we hype it up, and we dress it up, and we make it into this thing, and we make it me we carry it over into other relationships, and so we need to learn more to be an observer of our emotions and understand that we have the ability to respond instead of react, and be more willing to sit with our pain and allow the space for it to exist, because in allowing the space for it to exist, we ultimately release it, we transmute it. So one of my main things I do with my practices is teaching people how to transform their pain into power. So it is possible. You can take your most painful experiences and transform them into powerful and pivotal moments in your life. And so, I mean, that's the name of the game that I go for with my practice, and how I do readings. But really, what you got to do is clear your mind. You got to clear out your mind, and so I'm gonna suggest some sort of isolation, but not isolation in the sense that, like, you cut everyone off and you never come out of this from under a rock, or out of your shell, or that you're so sad and depressed that you aren't interacting with people. Not that sort of isolation, and that stop listening to everyone else's opinion. You can make decisions. What you feel matters. What you think about something matters. I think you take I mean, it's a good quality to take others' opinions and into consideration, but it can be your detriment and your downfall if you are so concerned about what other people are thinking, or pleasing everybody. How do you feel about it? What do you feel? Have you even communicated that? Have you even spoken up? Have you put your foot down and made yourself known in these situations, in these circumstances? Are you just allowing everyone else to run the show, and while you get trampled over and forgotten about? But not forgotten about, but like, that's how it feels. That's how it feels. But also, you have to understand, you got to speak up. You got to speak up. People can't read your mind, and they don't, people will unknowingly take advantage of a situation because they thought, it's like, if you always say yes, you always say yes, you always say yes, and then and really suddenly you're like, well, actually, that bothers me every time that you do that. It's like, well, oh my gosh, you've been saying yes this whole time. How? And it almost is offensive to the other person, and that is if they weren't purposely manipulating and taking advantage of you. If they truly were like, well, I was asking you and you were saying yes each time, I had no idea that it was upsetting to you, and that's kind of messed up. It's like, you got to speak up. You got to speak up. because communication is a two-way street. Your focus right now is on the behavioral patterns that you have adapted as defense mechanisms, but they no longer serve you. So at one point in life, they worked. You could avoid the trauma, the pain, the situation, the things you didn't want to deal with. You could avoid it, and those defense mechanisms worked. But now in your life, they do not work. They just create distance in relationships. They create isolation in the bad way that you're, not interacting with people. They create numbness. You need to address these things. Your guardian angel here is going back to the roots. Follow, where did this come from? Where did this feeling come from? Where did this meaning you assigned to this thing come from? Where did your self-limiting beliefs come from? Because that's what's driving this whole experience that you're having at this time. And understand that things do get better. The star is here. So there's hope, there's clarity that comes, but you have to walk this path, this night path, this dark path, with the guiding light of the star. Seven of Pentacles here tells me that if you tend to the garden being your mind, your body, your soul, your heart, your spirit, tend to the garden, take time, water the plants, and let it grow. Allow yourself the space to be heard, to be seen, to have a voice, to take up space, to grow, to be a person who stands in their own agency and puts their foot down and has boundaries and doesn't let everyone else take all their fruit off their tree. Because you need to water these seeds. And if you're constantly running back into the garden or letting other people run into the garden and trampling over all the things you just did, well, nothing's ever going to grow. So you got to be patient. You got to have boundaries. You got to water the seeds. You got to allow for the space. And you'll notice progress come from that. And it has a lot to do with you speaking. You're not speaking. So you need to find your voice and to speak up. It will be extremely powerful, actually. And you'll see that you had the power all along. Okay, that's all I have for you this evening.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to do Shannon Lay. There we go. Shannon, hi. Okay, let me tell you, the first card that I have down for you is the card of indecision. It's not like a giant being stuck card, but it kind of is being stuck a little bit and needing to make decisions and things like that. So make sure that you get out of that and you talk to your guides and everything. And ask the archangels clear your path, ask your guides to go ahead and help you make any decisions that you need to make. The temporary energy over you is a fantastic card. That's the world card. That shows me that you are working and bringing in your desires, reaching your goals, making a change for the better in your home, your career. Maybe you're going to go see the world. But right now, that's temporary energy over you. So bring it home. I get a great positive change in the future for you. Like really good things will come, but you have to make this change. It does look like that you went somewhere or a little traveling or went somewhere, a little journey. I get this in the past position. Now, interesting enough, you have the judgment card. The judgment card comes when we finally sit down and try to develop new goals and new priority and things like that. It means that you make a big change in your life when you do that. And it's very positive, even though the process might be uncomfortable or come from some kind of a shakeup. So I do see you doing that positive thing of deciding what you want out of life. I do feel like you come out of that experience feeling a little bit guarded and watchful. And that's okay. I don't see that it's necessary, but it shows me it's one of the things that comes out that, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more careful. They show me a time of creativity, of making something. I don't know if you're going to go and actually make something or have a good money making idea, but I get a big burst of creative energy coming in for you. You also have the Ace of Cups card, which means open heart, blessings, and joy. I have a heart and to open and for all the good things and love and all that stuff to come in. do know that a little bit of this card has fertility on it, by the way. It shows me a very strong woman, a good woman, very Libra-like, very capable, very intelligent, very much strong opinions, and that would be a Queen of Swords. So when I get a Queen of Swords, I like this person because she knows what's right and wrong with that justice theme that she has. But usually compassionate, these type of women can also be strong leaders, and also really good if they were going to be leaders of a charitable organization or something like that. So I do get this person. This can be you or someone else, but I do have this person coming in, and with it I get some struggle, some confusion, and some possible light arguments coming. So know that, and manifest for the best outcome for you, and talk to your guides and the archangels and let them take care of that. And that's what I have for you.
That's lovely, Debbie. I love it. I can't find my pendulum. I was going to answer one question with the pendulum real quick, but I can't find it.
We are at
Must have
our
placed it
hour.
somewhere.
We are at our hour. So some of you have not liked the video. Like the show so we
Please like the
can
show.
grow.
Please like the show so we can grow.
That's very good rhyme.
Please go to youtube.com/@Matty Tarot /@Psychic Fixes. Subscribe. Thumbs up the video if you're on YouTube. It's very important. It's how it's how the algorithm shares and makes it know that you like it. So it shows it to other people, okay? Pay links below if you'd like to make any donations. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts. They are free at the end of the day, but we are grateful for anybody who wants to donate as well. But if we didn't get to you this evening, we are so sorry. We will be back Monday, and Wednesday and Friday, I heard, from a little birdie. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so
I see Zoe and Aaron. Aaron might be new, and I don't think they got reading. So be here on Monday and give us a little reminder, just a little post. Oh, I didn't get one on Friday, and I'm new, and I will fit you in. We'll fit you in. Okay.
Yes, and Kathy's L.
Cathis.
I was gonna answer your question, but I don't have my pendulum. You know what? Come back Monday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. Let us know. We'll be here doing free readings, and we appreciate
And
all of
Mad
you.
Libs.
And sometimes some crazy things like
Yes.
Mad Libs and Freaky Fridays, and drink water, stay hydrated this weekend. It's Fluid Friday. Thanks
Okay,
for joining
guys.
us. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Have